Hey Dreamers, I'm Bryce from Midnight Ocean, singer-songwriter, musician, and big fan of Metallica, but I have no idea what my favorite song is. Could it be The God That Failed? Let's use math to find out. Cue the intro.
So Ted, give it to me now!
For the best Metallica song! The God That Failed, track number 10 off of the Black Album. We're almost done. I think we're about halfway there. We've done about half of their discography, and there are so many songs to go. But what we're going to do today is we're going to listen to the song, where I'm going to blab my way through it, and then I'm going to grade it using the following criteria: lyrics, instrumentation, composition, memorability, and emotional response. Each category is a 0 to 4 scale, and the grand total possible is 20 points. At the end, we'll find out if it has, I think, 17 or more, or maybe even 18 or more to get to the top 10. Before we get into the song, I need you to smash that subscribe button. Like 66% of you are not subscribed, so hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 1,000 subscribers so I can keep making reviews of other bands, not just Metallica. I'd love to keep doing this, but I can only do it if I get to 1,000 subscribers. So let's do that thing. All right, let's get into it. The God That Failed. Yeah. What a bass guitar part. I love that the guitars here in this intro are dueling. The one guitar goes doo-doo-doo and then just holds the note, and then the next one doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo. And it's kind of nice to hear them left and right speaker kind of battling. So if you're listening in headphones or if you've got two speakers, you can actually hear them going back and forth. And note that whenever Metallica is splitting the speakers, James's parts are almost always on the left side and Kirk's are almost always in the right. Unless it's a solo, then it's in the center. I love how this song is just filled with those fills that are like da da do ka. The emphasis is always on that snare and cymbal on the 2 or the 4. Ba-da-doo, pa, ba-da-dum, pa, ba-da-dum, pa. It gives you a nice little bounce to the song. It gives you like a yeah, boo-doo-doo, pa, and then the fills do-do-do, ka, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, ka. Throughout the whole song. I love it. I love those toms. Yeah, I love that. I love that feel. Ah, I want to hear it one more time. Just, I know it's coming in later in the song, but I just got to hear it. Listen to the drums. It's a triplet fill. Triplet 1. Right here. Yeah. I'm happy. I like this. This is catchy stuff. It's a very call and response type song. Low-y, low-y. Love it. Love it. I love that this time through the first verse, when we were going into the first verse, we had that right, but this time they only do part of it, and then we're just in. The fill is just, we're not doing an offbeat thing. We're just going straight down on the downbeat. We're going into the verse. The reason we didn't do it in the first verse is we wanted to build on that riff. They did the first verse riff before singing. This one is just getting right back into it. Again, that pop influence, that radio rock influence. We're no longer extending pieces 8 times before we get to the vocals. We're getting right to them. We're setting them up. We're playing them maybe a little bit longer in the intro so you can hear them. You could get used to the part, and then we're shortening them later for the second verse. Love it.
Find yourself, find the smooth road on your way. Trust your gate, a child to save. Left you cold and hidden gray. It feeds, it grows, it climbs all that you will know. Deceit, deceive, these like just what you believe.
There's that Lars fill again. Boom, boom. It's not often that Lars does the snare on every 1 end, a 2 end, a 3 end, a 4 end. He's usually either kicking on 1, snare on 2, or maybe it's a halftime groove, or it's a thrash groove. But he's never usually emphasizing the ones. Ba-doom, ba-da-doom, ba-da-doom, ba-da-doom. That doesn't happen often. As a matter of fact, up to this point, I'm thinking back and just right now, I'm struggling to remember when that happened. I'm sure it's happened at some point. But up until right now, at this very moment, I can't remember. Here it is. Oh no, it's different. It's different. I just like the first one so much. I don't think it's a tom, actually. It might be the floor tom, but it might have been the kick drum. Anyway, that fill isn't here anymore. Now it's a straight triplet feel. Triplet, 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 triplet. It's fine. There it is. We got 2 of them there. Go back. I gotta hear it. That's so Lars. That's so Justice Lars. A lot of triplets. Is this where he learned about triplets? Is this where he finally figured it out? He's been pretty straight all the way through 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and or 1 and a 2 and. He's never really done a lot of triplets up to this point, and maybe this is the record because I know that once we get to the Load record, you're just hearing triplets all the time, and so maybe this is the time period where he's like, maybe I should figure out this triplet thing. I don't know. It's funny, but it's really this song is calling attention to the triplets. I'm just saying the triplet fills. The guitars are still playing straight. Not a problem. Not a problem. I love that feeling. As a matter of fact, when the guitars are playing straight and the drums are doing a triplet, I really love that. I think I got that from Metallica, from this era of Metallica. I actually incorporated some of that styling into my own music. You can check it out anywhere you get your music online. Look for Midnight Notion. Specifically, Somewhere in Dream World. This record, really proud of it. Came out last year. It's really awesome. I think you'll like it. If you like Metallica, you'll like this record. We're about to hear one of my favorite pieces of any of their solos ever. This high note coming up here that Kirk plays is one of the most beautiful sounds I've ever heard. Oh, yeah. How can you not love that? That rocks. That is exactly the reason why I think it was that part of that song that inspired me to buy a guitar with 24 frets. What does that mean? A lot of guitars end right around here with 22. This one's got the 24th, and with that 24, you got a high E, and you can bend up to it. Can't hit that note without that 24th fret. You'd have to bend pretty far. So anyway, I just got to say that solo, that high note, that alone bumps the score way the heck up. I'm just saying. Again, we have the reverse effect. We're seeing that all over this record. I see. Nice. Cutting to the second half of the chorus. We're not doing the full chorus, just the second half. Really cool. Back to the intro. Listen for Jason. Jason's gonna in the background. At least I'm pretty sure that's Jason. I don't know for sure, but it sounds like Jason's voice to me. Yeah. Triplets. You get a Tom version of the riff. Back to the hi-hats. Yes. Wow, that was a lot of fun. And I got through this quickly because I was just air drumming the whole time. Let's talk about those points. Whoosh. Lyrics, what is this song about? This is about the God that failed. Can't you tell by the title? I would not be surprised if this is very heavily influenced by James's mother. I know that there's a lot of stories out there about her. I believe she died of cancer because she refused treatment because of religion. And that's just something that, in my opinion, that seems a little off. In your opinion, that might not be the same, but I think that the point of the song is trying to really put out there that some people are willing to blindly follow something that they can't see, touch, or prove to the point of their own detriment. They could actually just follow something they don't know off a cliff, and it can lead to their own demise. And that's a very dangerous thing. So the God that failed is this person looking up, praying to some Lord, and believing in this Lord that may or may not actually be there. And I think in the purpose of this song, it's illustrating a God that isn't there, a God that failed, a God that said, I'm here and caring for you, and I want to support you. But it was maybe just actually not the God itself, but the people in the religion that are pushing that. We hear stuff like this from Leper Messiah. There's a lot of other songs in their catalog that are about the use of power to change people's minds and sway them against what they would do otherwise. And I think that this song is a really good, blunt touching on that topic. I know I have had my own course through a certain sects of Christianity that I no longer follow, and that is because I kind of realized I didn't like what I was seeing in the people that I was following with. And so I found my way out. And I'm not here to preach religion. I'm not here to tell you what to believe and what not to believe. All I'm saying is that it's important for us to kind of keep our eyes open and available to accept maybe something different than what we've been taught. Because sometimes the people teaching us might have ulterior motives. And I think that that's what's captured in this song. I also want to point out something I'm really into about the lyrics of this song. They have a lot of triads, the rule of threes. I don't think it's technically hendiatries in this, but they use the rule of threes a lot. I want to pull this up real quick. Pride you took, pride you feel, pride that you felt when you'd kneel. All right, we have 3 lines that are 3 different descriptions of the pride that you had following this God. And all 3 begin with the word pride, but they're all different. Then the second stanza, not the word, not the love, not what you thought from above. Okay, again, we have 3 descriptions of what it wasn't. Not this, not that, not that. Then it feeds, it grows, it clouds all that you will know. So again, we have 3s, and it starts with the same letter, but it's different descriptions with each line. And then we finally break it with the 4th one, deceit, deceive, decide just what you believe. Even though it's breaking it, it's not the same word, it still has D, D, D. And that's really, really interesting to me. As a writer myself, I am all for it when someone wants to use a pattern like this and then break it slightly. I think that that's how you make things memorable, and that's how you really get your point across. When you repeat things over and over, people are more likely to remember them. That's how lies spread. But this is a really, really, really well-written song. I love these lyrics. So this one gets a 4. Instrumentation. Again, I'm really happy with what's happening here. It's not like this grand magnum opus sort of thing where they're just blowing us all out of the water with their amazing talent. But each instrument gets its time to shine. We have that wonderful bass intro. We got all those triplets in the drums, and we've got those guitars going back and forth, and then that beautiful high E in the solo. There's a lot of really great instrumentation happening here. Nothing outstanding, but it's outstanding in the sense that it's simple and it's to the point, and they're all playing together. I appreciate it so much. This one, instrumentally, it's a 4. Composition. Here's where we knock it a little bit, because once again, we have verse, we have chorus, we have another verse, we have a chorus, we have a solo, and then we have another verse and chorus. All right, I know that there's a half chorus and then the verse and then the chorus, but even still, it follows a very similar structure to all of their other songs. It's very disappointing to see that structure over and over and over and over again. So I have to let them know that I need a little bit more from the composition, but otherwise, I'm pretty happy. So it's still positive, but not the best they can get. Compositionally, it's a 3. Memorability. How memorable is this song? I happen to think that this is pretty memorable. I think that the that carries the song. That riff is so freaking catchy. And there is a lot of things to catch on to. We have the repetition of certain lines. It feeds, it grows. That comes back in later, it's like a pre-chorus. So it repeats in each verse. And then the chorus is, I don't know, it's fairly short. We don't quite have that ease of seek and destroy, right? I fade to black. I was going to say fade to black as an example, but they don't have a chorus in that song. What I'm trying to say is it doesn't have that simple 3-line or 2-line chorus hook. Follow the God that failed is 5 lines, and it kind of, because of the amount of syllables, that's what the word I'm looking for. Because of the amount of syllables, it doesn't roll off the tongue as easily. Follow the God that failed, right? So it doesn't have that major lyrical hook, but everything else I think is pretty damn catchy. So still a positive score. This one, memorability, gets a 3. Emotional response. I hope you can tell by the fact that I couldn't stop the song. I was air drumming my whole way through it, a little bit of air guitaring, a little bit of singing. I'm really happy to hear this one. I wish they would play it live more often, because this song just jams. You want heavy, baby? Metallica gives you heavy, and then play this one, and I will accept. Okay, so I'm feeling really, really happy. This one, emotional response, gets a 4. And so, The God That Failed gets a grand total of 18 points, but is it enough? Oh no! It just missed it. You don't see it on this board, but it got 11th place. Just barely squeaking under the top 10 in 11th place through the never, holding on with all of its might in 10th place. You see, we still have the tie for 3rd with Puppets and Of Wolf and Man. Oh man, The God That Failed just failed the top 10, just barely didn't get there. Unfortunate. But you know what? There are 44 songs done and so many songs to go. So I can't complain too much because this whole list is going to change very soon. So that's where you come in. Put in the comments below using my criteria what score you would give this song. Make sure that you check out Midnight Notion wherever you get your music, Spotify, iTunes, stream it. I want you to spin those songs over and over and over and over again. It helps artists like me get by. We don't get paid much from it, so please put it on a loop. And of course, hit that subscribe button so you could be here for tomorrow as we go through a sleeper favorite, one of my all-time favorites that I wish they would play all the time, but I don't know if it'll make it to the top 10 list. We don't know. My Friend of Misery coming to your place tomorrow. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.